Hi, thanks so much for joining me. Today we're going to talk about some makeup storage, and I know there was a request for it, but I couldn't find the comments, so if you requested, thanks so much. I'm going to show you the smaller storage though, which is actually housed in the master bedroom where I do my makeup every day, and those are the things that I grab for most frequently. And then I have storage in another space in the house because I do have a lot of things that I don't use regularly. I actually prefer a smaller edit of my makeup on a daily basis so I can find it, because if I store it all together then it just takes a long time to find what I really want. So I thought I'd show you the Vanity and how much you can actually put into a little space if you organize it well. So if you'd like to see how I do that, please keep watching. Okay, as you can see, it's not that big. I am about 5'6", 5'7", and it's pretty short in terms of where this hits. We're gonna go through these drawers. We've got 2 drawers on the top and then also a door, and we're gonna look inside and take a look and see how everything's organized. And we'll go ahead and just take a look at the top of this first. That lamp is not the one that I really want on there. I'm trying to find something smaller, but for now, I like it because it provides a little bit of extra light in addition to the light that I get off of this mirror. Now this mirror is the Simple Human. I can't remember the magnification on it, but it is motion sensitive. So once you sit in front of it, it turns on. And you can see that there is a plug for it back there. So when it needs to charge, I just pull this plug up and plug it in. And the reason that that plug stays right there, and I brought these so you could see, I have these cable drop. There's minis and then there are larger ones. I just stick them on the back of the furniture, so that's what is holding this in place, so you don't have to fish for it. And it also holds up the wire so that you don't see any hanging cords, because I don't like to see cords all over the place. So those are really nice to kind of wrangle everything. Then you'll see I have this by Terry up here because that doesn't do well when it's laying on its side, so that's the one thing I have sitting up here. And then a little fan just to dry off my face once I've sprayed some setting spray on there. The little fan over there just hangs. And the reason I have this is because I had a kind of a craft table that looked like this on the top, and there was some material from micellar water that got on there and it left a mark. It actually raised the paint, so that kind of tells you what's in that in terms of substance, that it is probably really harsh because it was lifting off the paint. So that's why I have this on here to protect it. And then we have a little garbage can right there. And if you wanted to look at this, this is the Greta Vanity by West Elm. Let's go ahead and just look at the first drawer. So as you can see, I like Shape Tape. So I have, let's see, what do I have? I've got light sand, deep tan, medium, and tan sand. Tan sand is really nice because it has that yellow base to it. I do like the peachier tones for kind of a color correcting effect, but then this is nice if it's a little bit too peach to mix in, so I will custom mix as needed. Then we've got face products over here and some eyebrow products. So I have my, this should not be in here. I try and keep this one separate because I'll get them mixed up. I get that one mixed up with the Glossier Boy Brow down here. They're essentially the same size, so I have mixed them up before in the past. Yeah, there they go. So I try and keep them separate. So I've got the Dior pencil, I've got the Shootmore brow ink in ash brown, and then Glossier in brown. And then I've got my Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancers in SX11 and 12. Here we go, that's SX11, and there's SX12. So those two. I have started using these to conceal a little bit, to mix in to make the perfect shade. And these plastic containers are from Target, so you can get different sizes, and they actually nest, so you can sit them on top if you have that much room, which I do not. Okay, next to that I've got some eye drops, the Roto eye drops, and this is a great pencil sharpener if you need one. This is the Urban Decay, I think it's called the Grindhouse. It's got a smaller and a larger hole. I have my By Terry Baume de Rose, but this is with the color in Toffee Cream. And there's Toffee Cream, really pretty. I like to put this on before I do my makeup. So I've got the Maybelline Lash Sensational in Black is Black. I've got my Dior primer. And then I have, oh look, I have 2 of the Clinique bottom lashes. And then I have this. What is this? Oh, it's the new brow product. Okay, Got to keep that with the eyebrow products. So when I introduce something new, it has to live in that place. I have eyelash curlers. I have the regular sized Shuuemura, and then I also have this little one that's supposed to grab corners. Sometimes you won't catch all of them and they end up straight at the end, especially on the outer edge. And then I have the colored Chanel mascara, the green one, just to make sure I use that during the summer. And then you'll notice I have a little bit of plastic in here. So here's a little tip. When you move into a place, if you line all your drawers like this, it makes moving out so much easier, which came in really handy when we recently moved. We were in the house for about 8 years, and then I just lifted these off and it was like they were brand new. So we've got some face items here. I've got Touche Eclat YSL in 2.5 and 4.5. And I will use those to just kind of lightly conceal. I know they're not really concealers, but if I am going really light on makeup and I don't want to do a heavy conceal under my eyes, I'll just use that under the dark areas. I won't do a semicircle or a triangle or anything like that. It just goes strictly on the dark part of my eye, right under the eye bag. And then we've got the Smashbox contour stick and the highlight stick and the bronzer stick. I'm sure you want to see these. Okay, let's take out, this is so loud. Let's take out the Touche Eclat so you can see what they look like. So there's the 2.5 and 4.5. The reason I picked those is because they were more yellow in their undertone. They might not have been the best in terms of light or dark, but they were better in terms of undertone. Then I've got the Smashbox. We'll swatch those too. And there's the Smashbox, the highlight, the bronze, and the contour. So you can see that that bronze is much warmer than the contour, but I really like that contour stick. Then I also have the Burberry face contour. I don't like the eye sticks, but I do like this face stick. I don't have the highlighter, but my sister does and she likes it. And let's see that. That one, let's just compare. And there's the Burberry. It's a lot warmer than the Smashbox one, but that one's really nice too. It's interesting. You see a little bit more contrast on the camera. Definitely has more red in it. And over here, because I enjoy the eye sticks, as you know, I have lots of them. I've got all of my By Terry's and I cannot find the blonde opal one, but I know I have it somewhere. So I've got Frozen Quartz, I've got Black Pearl, Black Matte, Velvet Orchid, and Bronze Moon. I also have Burnished Bronze for Laura Mercier, Charlotte Tilbury in Enchanting Indigo, also Amber Haze. I think that's what fell down. Oh no, here it is, Amber Haze. And I've got Bobbi Brown Taupe. That is a matte. It's not the best matte, but it works. I also have eye pencils in here. I have my daily Marc Jacobs highliner in black and blacker. That is amazing. My Tom Ford is in here. The, what do you call it? I've got the Tom Ford eye defining pen in here. I have two colored eyeliners. This is the 24/7 Urban Decay in Deep End. A rare find, a MAC product. I don't really use MAC products, but here's one. And it is in, this is in Undercurrent. Would you like to see swatches of those? I can swatch those really fast. Oh, I also have Sand Dune by Bobbi Brown. All right, there are the swatches. That was actually Misty Rock. Then we've got Bronze Moon, Black Pearl, what do you call it? Next is Velvet Orchid, Black Matte. Then we go into the Bobbi Brown mattes. That is Sand Dune and then Taupe. Then comes Amber Haze. And next to that is the blue one, Enchanted Indigo, I believe. Then we've got Copper by Laura Mercier, Burnished Bronze by Laura Mercier. And then we have the Urban Decay eyeliner. There you go. We've got the Urban Decay eyeliner in Deep End, and then we have the MAC. And that green one there is in Undercurrent. There we go. That is the top drawer. Pretty compact. Even at an angle, these fit in without a problem. These things turn though. I don't like that. And I get makeup on there on the front when I touch these knobs. Okay, next. What do we have in here? We've got face type products. And I have my Cover FX powder foundations. in here in G50 and G60. There was a sponge that came with these, but I don't have them. So powder foundations, I've got 2 of those. And these fit standing up just fine. Here's the Chanel Le Beige. Got that, and that is in number 50. And then we have this, which I probably need a replacement of. This is Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Radiant Light. Actually, I just used that today, and I realized that when you just go straight with this on top of the on top of the By Terry, it has a really nice finish, and you actually do get a nice camouflage of the dark spots if you have dark spots like I do. Over here we have bronzers. This is Hourglass Radiant Bronze Light. This is pretty much my favorite one. Let me know if you want to see me fix this, because I can record that. All I do is really add alcohol and then mash it down. Then we've got this Chanel. Oh, that's an eyeshadow. I like to keep this one on hand because it gets lost with the other eyeshadows I have. This is the Chanel 268. Moving over, I have the Skin Tints by Philosophy in 6.5 and 7.5. I did a video on that. I can link that if you'd like to see that. And then over here, we have primers. So I have the Guerlain L'Or. I still love that one. I don't know if it does the lifting effect, but it does put down a really nice base. I'm testing these out. I've got the high adherence silicone primer by The Ordinary, and then I've got a liquid foundation over here. It's a little bit hard. I wish the drawers came out all the way, because you'll see there's a whole other section here I can't really get to. I've got this in G70. That's a really beautiful finish if you like a skin-like finish. It's a little bit drier than the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer. I'm testing out this Healthy Glow. Actually, I filmed a first impression of a very teeny tiny Professional by Benefit that I just kind of leave back there. I will use it on my T-zone, especially in the summer. Next over here we have blushes. I've got the Chanel Blush Harmony right here that lives up here. That color is really beautiful. Hourglass, yes, that's Diffused Heat. Most of my blushes that I like are more on the coral side. Beautiful. This is Luster by NARS. Yeah. It's just got a peachy color with a very nice gold sheen to it. Sometimes I'll use that to take down the intensity of a blush. And then for color blushes, this is the Charlotte Tilbury Cheek to Chic in Ecstasy. There you go. Really pretty. So yeah, they're definitely all the same type of shade. I have the 2 Charlotte Tilbury. They're the cream ones that are multi-use. Rebel Without a Cause. That one's really pretty on that blush. It's nice and bright, and the highlighter is pretty too. And then I have, I think, the Spy Who Loved Me, and this one is more muted. I brought this when I went to Hawaii last year and used it quite a bit there. So I thought I'd take it out for this summer. And that one is, it rubbed off. But it's one of the Cover FX ones. And I was using that just with really minimal makeup. I don't even think I put foundation on. I just put that on. I just put that on to highlight cheeks, and then I think I put it on my eyelids. That was it. Right here we have lipsticks. Probably not the best place for them, but I couldn't find another place. Stila. I don't love liquid lipstick, but this one in Dolce is nice. I have to put something over it though because it is drying, but the color is really pretty. Then I've got the Rouge Coco Stilo by Chanel. It's got a more reddish, like a brick reddish color to it. I've got the Burberry. I love this. It's really nice. I made a video about this in the fall, and I'm still using this. Was it the fall? I think it was the fall. This is in Fawn 05. Really pretty. It's a liquid velvet, I think. Then I've got this bright one, 752 gloss. Then I've got the Hourglass. I think this one is Influencer. It's the Girl Stilo collection that they had. Really pretty. Is there any more left? Yeah, that is really pretty. Really great color. It's a Bite Beauty and Rhubarb. Oh, that's not good. It came apart. There we go. It's like a dusty rose color. It's more muted. Then I'm trying to find opportunities to use this matte shaker by Lancome in the Ready in 5. I saw someone else do a video on this and they had trouble pronouncing it too, so it wasn't just me. trying to figure out how to use this. I'm thinking a lighter swipe is better, but I still don't really love, I wish it was the color of the container, but it's not, in Rosewood. Then I've got, is this 7th Sin? 7th Sin by Tom Ford, one of my favorites. I'm trying to figure out where my other, I've got one more Tom Ford that I love. I've got to find it and put in here. Let's see if I can find it in a second. I've got one lip liner in here, Laura Mercier. Natural Lips is the color. This is one of my favorite lipsticks. I don't talk about this much, but I do use it regularly. And it is Dare to Bear number 9 by Terry. By Terry. Just a really natural, pretty color. Oh, that's the end of it. Time for a new one. I thought I'd swatch these for you as I looked for the other one as well. So I've got the Stila Dolce. Then next up is Burberry Fawn number 5, followed by Dior Addict Lip Tattoo in Rosewood. That reddish gloss is by Chanel 752. Next to that is the Rouge Coco Stilo 207 Sepia. I think that one's limited edition. Next to that, you've got the Matte Shaker by Lancome in Radiant 5 with that crumbly looking one. I'm not quite sure what happened there, but that is by Bite Beauty and it's in Rhubarb. The next one is by Terry, and you can see that it's Sheer Bear, Dare to Bear. And then Influencer next to that by Hourglass. And then we've got the 2 Tom Ford products. So this one right here, the pinkish one, is Spanish Pink. And that's, I think, the first Tom Ford lipstick I purchased. And then 7th Sin is next to that. We've got the Laura Mercier lip pencil I talked about in Natural Lips. And then finally, that's the Candlelight by Cover FX. It's a highlight click. Oh gosh, it's called the something click, but it's, what is it called? It's called an enhanced click, and that one's in Candlelight. So it's got a very golden bronzy color to it. Definitely looks really beautiful on a deeper skin tone. And this is Spanish Pink by Tom Ford. That's that color that I was looking for that I found. Really pretty nude. If I had all Tom Ford lipsticks, I could definitely close it with them standing up. But I don't, so we'll just lay these down somehow. In the back here is the Kevyn Aucoin Neo Bronzer in Sienna. I like the highlighter on this one. I also have the Hourglass Ambient Strobe Lighting Palette. I like to use this as a topper if I went too intense with my blushes, or if I just want to do a slight wash of color or want something really shimmery, then I'll put that on. I like these two the most. I don't use that one as much, but these two are really pretty. I also have another Ordinary High Spreadability Fluid Primer that I'm trying out. Now, this is kind of weird because this is not a drawer, it's just a door. And that's where I keep brushes and things like that. I don't really like my brushes to stand up because I think they collect dust, because as you can see, they make their own dust as well. So I keep them in here. Now, this I thought would be nice because there's no hole. I've seen the ones with the holes and you stick your finger in there and pull it up, but then I think dirt can get in there. So this way it's sealed, but when your hands are slick, it's really hard to grab this. So something to think about if you were looking into drawers to store things. Just make note of what kind of handle it is, because even though these look like they're easy to grab, they're not. So if there was something that stuck out into the sides, that would be better. Or if you had the one with the hole, I mean, I guess that's okay. So just know that if you get this one, and these are from the Container Store, and they're supposed to be modules that fit together really well, and they don't fit together really well. I probably wouldn't have bought it if it was going to sit on my vanity. I'd buy one of the things that's a single unit instead of these little pieces. I thought it'd be good because you could customize, but they don't really fit together well. So here I have some eyeshadow brushes that I'm not really using now because I'm not really using eyeshadows as much as I use the eye sticks. Then in here are face brushes, various blush brushes and contour brushes. And then over here we have more of the base and powder, finishing powder brushes. So we've got this one that is the Artiste Palm Brush, and then just some, here's another foundation brush, and then just some setting type brushes. This is that buffing brush by Kevyn Aucoin that I love so much. So these are my essentials. I have probably, I'm going to say about 5 or 6 times as many brushes as you see here, but these are the ones that make it into the daily use. I really have to go through my brushes and figure out what I have and what I need and don't need. I've got the NARS translucent powder sitting here. I like that for under eye setting and also just to set in general, and then I'll go over it with a finishing powder if I'm doing something heavier. Then I've got the Charlotte Tilbury face palette. I did a video on this before. I haven't used it as much as I would like to, but that's why I've got it here to remind me to use it. I also have scissors, you'll see sitting right here, because usually I need scissors to do something and I don't have them, so I just leave them there. And then I've got a tray of random things that I'm kind of using, but not using that frequently. So that's what's in there. Nothing too exciting. Is there anything exciting in there? Yeah, no, not real exciting. Then down here on this other shelf, I've got the Ray Morris brushes. There's another one here, and I don't know where it is, but this is a great brush, the Ultimate Cheekbone brush. Really, really nice. I haven't seen anything like this. And then there's another brush. It looks like that NARS one. And then there's another one that's supposed to go in here that has more of a rounded top. I have to find it. And as you can see, lots of palettes. I'm going to go through my eyeshadow palettes at some point and declutter them. And that was a requested video, so I will go through that. But there's a little sneak peek of kind of what's in there. And then I've got all kinds of sprays in here. I've got Urban Decay. I've got a Max. I've got a MAC Prep and Prime. I've got some drugstore things. Like I said, I try them, but see, I don't use them. So why do I get them? I don't know. Cuddly, I've got that. That smells really nice. These are some custom blot drops that I use for the summer. Then we've got Tatcha, of course. That's what I was trying to see, if this was like this. I was trying to see if these were similar, but I haven't really tried the Hydrating Milky Mist. This is better for the winter anyway. And then, is that it for my bottles? Oh, and I just have some Vichy, like a spray, spa water. And that is it. It's quite tiny, but it holds enough, just enough. If I had more room, I would definitely fill it up, which I don't need to be doing. I hope you enjoyed the tour. I do prefer a smaller vanity like that. I had a very large craft table before where you could see everything in these large drawers, but it became too big in terms of storage because then you couldn't actually get to the things that you wanted. So even though it stored a lot of things, it was hard to find things, if that makes any sense. I do prefer a smaller piece of furniture to hold everything because that kind of restricts you from cluttering it up and putting things in there that you don't really use. So if you have any ideas for me about things that work for you in terms of storage or maximizing the space that you have or organizing your makeup, please let me know. I'd love to hear those things. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.